Hey everyone, welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you write code, you already know that actually typing out the syntax, that's really only half the battle. The rest of the software development lifecycle, the documentation, the commits, the pull requests, the reviews, that is where things get really complicated. So today, we're going to track exactly how artificial intelligence is stepping in as the ultimate pair programmer. We'll see how it's literally supercharging the developer workflow from end to end. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the code review bottleneck, then look at automating the Git commit, AI-powered pull requests, the first pass code review, and wrap up with humans and AI together. So let's dive into section 1, the code review bottleneck, where momentum stops. Before we can really understand how AI helps, we have to pinpoint the major pain point in modern software development. I want you to think about your own daily engineering tasks for a second. When you look at the entire life cycle of a feature, from that first spark of an idea all the way to deployment, what is the absolute slowest part of shipping software? Well, as the source material points out, it's actually not writing the code, it's reviewing it. Merging code is just painfully slow. Reviewers are constantly hit with massive reviewer fatigue. Painstakingly parsing through endless file diffs for typos and syntax errors before you can even think about high-level architecture decisions. It's exhausting. To solve this, we really need to look at the standard three-phase journey a piece of code takes once it leaves your fingertips. Step 1 is the commit, saving it locally. Step 2 is the pull request, sending it over to the team. And step 3 is the code review, the actual evaluation. So let's move to that first phase and see how AI completely changes the game right out of the gate. Moving right along to section 2, automating the Git commit. AI writes the message. Okay, picture this. You've just finished up a brilliant coding session on your local machine. Your files are saved, but now you have to document it. Instead of agonizing over a summary or, let's be honest, lazily typing fixed bug for the 100th time, you can use AI commits. This is a CLI tool that runs a Git diff on your changes and instantly fires back a fully written commit message. You can even pass a flag to generate multiple message options and just pick your favorite. It's a total lifesaver. Now, what's really fascinating here is the sheer variety of AI models this thing supports. The developers built in incredible flexibility. You aren't locked into just one provider. You can use Together AI, OpenAI, Grok, XAI, OpenRouter. But crucially, if you're working with sensitive code, it supports Llama and LM Studio. That means you can run the AI entirely locally, no API keys required, and your code literally never leaves your machine. How cool is that? And this brilliantly illustrates how AI can adapt to your team's specific rules. If your repository requires strict documentation formats, the AI handles it perfectly. You can set it up to output conventional commits, which standardizes your history with specific types and scopes, or even configure it to use Gitmojis. Yeah, emoji-based commit messages. The point is, your repository history remains flawless, and you didn't have to type a single formatting bracket yourself. All right, on to section 3, AI-powered pull requests, contextualized PRs. So your code is committed locally, and now you push it up to the repository to become a pull request. We've all experienced the sheer dread of opening a traditional PR and being met with a massive, uncontextualized wall of red and green file diffs. It's overwhelming. But with AI, the intent and the specific changes are instantly summarized in clear, human-readable language. You get the whole picture before you even look at a single line of code. One really cool way this happens in practice is through automated workflows like the AI commit summary GitHub action. Behind the scenes, it uses OpenAI's GPT-4o mini model. It looks at the diffs, creates a summary for every single commit, and then cleverly compiles all of that into one concise, comprehensive overview that gets posted right as a comment on the PR. It's like having an assistant prepare a briefing doc for you. This brings us to section 4, the first pass code review, automated evaluation. Okay, the code is documented, the PR is neatly summarized. Now we arrive at the climax of the developer workflow, the actual evaluation. I really want to highlight this powerful philosophy straight from GitHub's own documentation. Quote, the first review shouldn't take the longest. I love that. Think of AI as a tireless junior developer whose sole job is to knock out that meticulous first pass instantly. And there are definitely some heavy hitters in this space making it possible. You've got GitHub Copilot, which can automatically flag bugs, security risks, and style issues. Then there's the OpenAI GPT code review action, which intelligently filters files and generates review comments using the GPT API. And of course, tools like Sorcery, an automated code reviewer that provides high-level feedback and specific line-by-line suggestions to really accelerate your development velocity. But here's the absolute crucial point. You have to understand how these tools are reviewing your code. This isn't just a glorified spell check. It utilizes something called agentic code review. What does that mean? Well, it means the AI actually follows the logic of your change across different functions and files. It's trying to understand the actual intent behind your code, which allows it to surface complex issues that a basic line-by-line analysis would completely miss. Which leads us nicely into Section 5, Humans and AI Together, Better Together. So, with all this incredible automation, we really need to talk about the relationship between your engineering team and these new tools. It's the elephant in the room, right? I mean, with AI doing agentic code reviews across multiple files, does it just replace the human reviewer? Do we sit back and let the machines merge their own code? The answer to that is a resounding no. The official stance across all these platforms is that we are simply better together. Look, AI handles the tedious stuff. It clears out the syntax errors, the obvious bugs, security risks, and that exhausting first-pass check. This frees up the human team to do what humans do best: architectural judgment, design perspective, and bringing that deep system context that really only comes from building software together as a team. Plus, you maintain total control over the whole process. You can enforce a minimum number of approving human reviews, you can restrict who pushes to protected branches, and you can ensure strict privacy. Take Sorcery, for example. They explicitly note that none of your code is stored for more than 30 days, and it is never used to train their models. So your code remains absolutely yours. Which leaves us with this final thought. AI isn't just a gimmick anymore. It's a fundamental structural upgrade to the entire software development lifecycle. It's speeding up everything, from that very first local save to the final merge approval. By removing the tedious bottlenecks, your team gets to focus on actual creative engineering. So take a hard look at your own workflow today and ask yourself, is your repository ready for its first AI contributor? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I can't wait to explore more fascinating topics with you next time.